Paul's very dedicated.
Just bang.
Thank you. You actually, you just wrote a book about the Fed. I mean, my God, tell us. Off camera, you were telling me you think that Ben Bernanke probably deserves to be Person of the Year because of the power he has.
He is. He's the most powerful man in the world. I believe a case could be made for that. Because he controls the supply of money, which is the dollar, which is the reserve currency of the world. He can create $1 trillion in secret without any monitoring of the Congress. So there's no transparency, and I think he's more powerful than a president.
We need to get Dr. Paul's back. We need to redraft Dr. Paul. We need Mr. President 45 to step forward and take down this ridiculous leadership that we are witnessing coming out of Washington and this incredible spending. Love you guys. The Debt Assassins out. And every day is a day to kick the elitist butt. And that's what I'm doing.
And the real danger, if we continue to do this, is the default through the devaluation of the currency, and that's translated into paying for it through higher prices. I think that's going to be chaotic because we just can't keep up. I think it'll force us to have a change in foreign policy and spending policies here at home. But I think you have to go through a rough time.
So then you get the argument, well, this is not a stimulus bill, this is a spending bill. What do you think a stimulus is? That's the whole point. No, seriously.
If there were no Federal Reserve, there may have been no need for an income tax. The country did fine without it for 137 years. The income tax amendment was introduced the same year the Federal Reserve System was formed, 1913.
I, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States, so help me God. We must act quickly. I shall ask the Congress for the one remaining instrument to meet the present broad executive power. Everybody likes Ike for president. Hang out the banners, beat the drum. We'll take Ike to Washington.
The New Deal and the Fair Deal were bold measures for their generation. But now this is a new generation, and we stand today on the edge of a new frontier.
The Great Society asked not how much, but how good. Not only how to create wealth, but how to use it. Not only how fast we're going, but where we're headed.
In this present crisis, government is not the solution to our problem. Government is the problem.
I believe it is clear our federal government is overgrown and overweight. Indeed, it is time our government should go on a diet.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
Read my lips. No, you bastard.
The era of big government is over.
Principles to save the free market system.
Bottom line is that this is not an issue of salesmanship to the American people. The American people are sold. The American people are sold. I just want to repeat this.
The political debate would have been different. You had Republicans support on it. You had Republican senators signed on to it.
Judge, you have 80% of the American people who support a balanced approach.
In the 80s, they did it to Reagan. A debt ceiling compromise. Democrats promising spending cuts, but delivering only tax hikes. The 90s brought more compromises, more broken promises, $14 trillion in debt, millions unemployed, the dollar in decline. We know where they stand. But will our party's leaders repeat the mistakes of the past? Will they choose compromise or conviction? One candidate has always been true. Ron Paul. Cut spending, balance the budget, no deals. Standing up to the Washington machine.
Destroy them.
We're going down today.
First engineering, get us out of here. Quick, do it, do it!
Your future's here.
The bottom line is that this is not an issue of salesmanship to the American people. The American people are sold. The American people are sold. I just want to repeat it. We have reached a landmark settlement with the nation's largest banks.
For America Nows. This August, the next chapter will be written.
The last decade. It's quite likely he would simply restate the Orwellian definition of totalitarianism, to wit, a society living by and for continuous warfare, in which the ruling caste have ceased to have any real function but succeed in claiming to power through force and fraud, and then ask whether this sounds like the world we live in. Because it ought to be obvious by now that our seemingly endless economic recessions are being deliberately orchestrated. In today's world, the commodities markets are arranged in such a way that the price of virtually everything, particularly food, hardly ever changes. So how then can it be that the price of oil increased tenfold in the last decade? Economists are now tacitly agreeing that this was due to financialization, which is just a fancy way of saying rich creeps like the Bush family and their merchant banking friends used their trillionaire fortunes to rig the market.
You blocked me on Facebook, and now you're going to die.
The others don't want to talk about it because it scares them.
Have a good night, guys. You see it, baby. They don't lie. Let's go. They don't lie. They don't lie. They don't lie, tough guy.
Only thing I want to see is what you get, and you see me. I'm coming up and you come back.
There's the day when the world declared in one voice, we will not go quietly into the night. We will not vanish. Not fight. We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our independence.
Thank you, Captain.
We have reached a landmark settlement with the nation's largest bank.